stream, but we'll look at gameplay right now.
Okay.
Anyways,
So,
this is going to be a survival mission similar to
the first mission, as we said, is Spearhead.
Right.
Okay, let's
Set in the beginning of the morning when we start.
Right,
will take
you'll see
questions
that
from the chat,
this is the
later in the
wonder
stream,
of the
but
Cry engine,
look
right?
at
You can see the
gameplay right
beautiful lighting through the trees, and I think you'll be excited by what you're seeing there.
first mission,
Also,
as we said,
this
is
area was set up to kind of give you a sense of
set in
what the
beginning of
mood's going to be
morning
like throughout the
when we start.
gameplay.
What?
You'll see that this is the Cry engine, right? You can see
So,
the beautiful lighting through the trees. We're loading in now, and we'll talk about it as soon as we get in.
Yes.
Also, this area was set up to kind of give you a sense
Okay.
of what the mood's going to be like throughout the gameplay.
What? Close Twitch.
Um,
So,
so
any second now.
we're loading in now. And
We're just waiting.
we'll about it as soon as we get in.
There we are.
Okay. So this is the beginning of the mission. Like I said, you can see the lighting here. It's beautiful. They've done a great job with the artwork in this mission. And it's a wider mission than you've seen before. It's wide
We're just
open.
waiting.
And
There we are.
it's so you're heading towards a Blackwood outpost. And there's a lot of cooperative type of gameplay here that you'll see as you're playing, and it's indicated by the mint green icons. It's a wider mission than you've
Okay.
seen before. It's wide open. Here you see like a lot of deployable content, like there's barricades and exploding barrels and whatnot.
Or you can also do the barricades and pull them up.
So you see some cooperative effort is required to push the truck in order to reach the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, this takes teamwork because this is not an easy mission and requires someone to help you do this, to cover you while you're playing.
Okay.
Once you get to the top of the wall, you get a vista view of
Pull them up.
the action bubble, the real gameplay inside there, where it really widens up and gets into a point where you can see your mission objectives.
Oh yeah. With the ice axe, that's nice. It's really fitting,
It's
right?
appropriate.
Yeah.
So this area was kind of created as a back gate in order to allow the players to regroup. They have to do some cooperative effort here and use some of the resources they've been collecting
Oh yeah.
in order to
With the ice axe, that's
to open
nice.
the door. So
Okay.
once they get
Fitting,
here,
right?
you'll see them
Yeah.
do this.
Okay. How do they collect the resources? I think they are.
There's lots of ways to collect it. There's boxes that are located throughout the mission, as well as there's if they complete a secondary mission, they gather these resources allow
Okay.
them to do this.
So they now place the C4 on the door and got in.
Yeah. So now they're in the
Okay,
action
how
bubble. This
do
is
they
where it
collect the
happens. So they're going to get their
resources?
primary objective, which is to load. To hold the outpost, and as they
So
go
they now
along, they'll
place the
be
C4
introduced to
on the door
lots of secondary
got
missions.
in.
And as you can see, there's lots of deployable content here. There's mines, there's there's gates, explosive barrels, deployable staircases.
Okay, now co-op action to get
Yep.
to an otherwise blocked area.
Correct.
There's a lot of mines lying around there, so Blackwood is really trying to defend that outpost. Yeah.
Well, it makes you wonder why, right?
Yeah.
It gives you an idea of what's coming.
Action to get.
So
We need a medic here.
Yep, someone's
There's a lot of mines lying around there,
coming.
so Blackwood is really trying to defend that
Will he make
outpost.
it? Well,
Yeah.
it makes you wonder.
Yeah.
As you can, yeah.
And the next
idea of what's coming.
medic is needed.
So
We need a medic here.
So now they're getting to an area where they can get to the outpost. There you go.
Yeah.
As you notice, the AI has been also received some
And the
polishing.
next
They're a lot
medic is
more intelligent than they used to be, and they are basically have different kind of behavior patterns now, and they're not as easily to deal with. So I think this makes this really quite an interesting mode.
Okay. Now they're getting close to the center of the map.
Yes. So you can see there's lots of secondary missions that they're objectives that they're working on. The primary mission is to hold down this area, this outpost, and then the secondary mission in there, they will need to upload a virus into the terminal in order for them to get some important data.
Okay.
Information, clandestine information.
Mm-hmm. Also by getting through the different waves, they also gather resources to actually build stuff.
Yes, and all these resources are used to access and use the deployable content. And strategic advantage when they're trying to achieve certain goals.
Okay, but well, your resources aren't endless, so you need to be smart what you actually want to buy, and you need to coordinate in the team whether you want to deploy mines or want to build a staircase or want to build the explosive barrels.
This kind of goes hand in hand with replayability. There's lots of different ways you can achieve the objectives, and teams are now, as you start to see, clans will start coordinating a lot more furiously to achieve these goals in different ways. This is a fantastic setting and a fantastic mission. I think that people are really going to enjoy it. As you can see, these guys are making it look kind of easy, but this is really difficult.
So in the bottom right, you can actually see the meter for the console. So if when Blackwoods hits the console, those health bar for the console goes down, but the team can actually repair the console. Obviously that costs resource points you can't spend on other deployable objects.
So once they get in here and they can hold this outpost, if they hold it long enough, then we'll see the big boss roll in.
Okay.
And they have to work really hard because the AI doesn't stop coming, and so you're going to need people to acquire equipment while they're defending the rest of the operation.
Yep, we're not quite there yet. I think we're at wave 3, so we have still a way to go. So there you can see he's now getting close to the console, which was left, and you can also see the hammer, which means you can repair it, but they probably should wait a little bit longer because it always costs 1,000 resource points, and you should spend them well. So
wisely.
Wisely, exactly. So he's opening up the crate so he can get a bazooka.
And as you notice, there's a lot of places to explore around the map. It's wide open, and when you explore, you find lots of other items that will help you achieve your goals.
Yep. So all those little green things where you can, for example, place mines or build the staircases or pull up the additional gates.
Right.
So I think the gates are really cool because you actually can kind of steer where Blackwood is coming from a little bit.
Yeah, it gives you a different dynamic in gameplay. I mean, you can feel yourself trying. You see the players trying things that allow them to achieve the objectives differently, and it gets to be interesting because you try to lure and steer the AI into certain areas in order to achieve the goal. But it's like you see, it's not exactly an easy task. I mean, there's a lot of things to do. But I love the barrels. They're excellent. That you lure the enemy close up to the barrels, and you shoot the barrel, and it helps you destroy a couple enemies if you're lucky.
So he's now close to a secondary objective.
Yep.
So he can place the C4 here. and blow up the generator.
This should help them
Yep,
gather
so you get
additional resources.
1,000 resources.
Fantastic.
So he's now close to a secondary objective. Nice Skull Hunter. We can place the C4 here. We're getting close and need to repair the console really soon.
Yeah, so there should be, I assume they have probably someone there manning the console.
Yeah. So they actually coordinated before who would guard the console and who would gather the resources. So we're following Bazooka Joe. Currently he's on task on gathering resources and scouting the area for Blackwood troops, basically.
Right.
So they actually coordinated before.
It looks like they have enough resources to get where they gotta go.
Yeah.
Let's see how they...
So if you deploy the gates here, you actually can deny that placed machine gun for actually being effective for Blackwood. That's also very nice, because they are also really annoying sometimes.
Yeah. I'm curious to watch their strategy play out.
Yeah. So if you deploy the gates here, you actually can see that the console is damaged, but
machine gun. Who's repairing it? I can't.
Well, they're playing it's a bit risky. I would, at this point, probably would repair it.
So there's a good time for to start repairing.
Because the waves are getting harder and harder with each wave.
And this is the only fail condition. If you lose the terminal here, then this is a fail.
Yeah. So we are now at wave 4. Oh, and now we have jetpacks.
And it looks like other Blackwood arsenals are deploying.
Yeah. So they're defenseless when they're on the jetpacks, but if they land, well,